We would like to take you on a journey to Abyssal store of long ago, where the essence of our team are on show.
The door creaks open as a well-dressed woman, Mrs. Evelyn Lancaster, walks in holding a carpet sweeper. She looks around, noticing how modern and organized everything is for 1876. Nuruddin motions to his team, each of them busy with their tasks.
I hope I've come to the right place. I believe my sweeper is broken, and I was hoping to make a claim on my warranty.
Welcome, Mrs. Lancaster. You've come to the right place. I'm Nuruddin, the head of International After-Sales Operations here at Bissell. My team and I will take care of your warranty claim. Please, have a seat while we inspect your sweeper.
International after-sales operations, you say? That sounds awfully modern for a small town like Grand Rapids. I must say this is quite the impressive establishment, and your team, so professional for such a small shop in 1876.
Well, we're thinking ahead. Bissell is expanding its business outside North America rapidly, and we have great ambitions to make Bissell an international recognized brand. Offering a great service experience is crucial for success and beneficial to building a strong brand. It's all about forward thinking and keeping pace with Bissell's commercial ambitions.
Expanding outside North America in 1876? You are ambitious.
You could say that, but my team helps make this possible. We've got the best of the best here.
Mrs. Lancaster, it is a pleasure to welcome you. I am Francesca, and at present I am overseeing the management of parts shipments to our service partners, while also maintaining diligent correspondence with our distributors and retailers.
Coordinating shipments and ensuring communication with partners overseas in the year 1876 is indeed a formidable task. How do you successfully manage these extensive responsibilities?
Well, Mrs. Lancaster, it requires meticulous administration and a keen attention to detail to keep everything in proper order. Additionally, I ensure that instructions for our latest products are communicated to our clients through the most current methods of dissemination.
That certainly seems like a considerable undertaking.
Indeed, it is quite absorbing. Nevertheless, I make certain to reserve time for my family and to savor Italian culinary delights. Maintaining balance, as one might say, is essential.
And what's your role here, Miss Wendy?
I handle after-sales and support for the Chinese market. It's a challenging market to maintain, and we're doing everything we can to keep our presence strong, hoping to grow again one day.
China? That's quite far from here. You must be quite the expert in international business.
It's all about building the right connections. I also enjoy learning about different cultures. It helps in managing such a diverse market.
And you, sir? You seem to be keeping everything running smoothly.
I'm Chris, and I'm here to make sure the consumer care side is flawless. Whether it's a simple repair or handling cross-border inquiries, we work hard to deliver on customer satisfaction. Nuruddin leads the charge, but I make sure everything runs like clockwork. And when I'm not here, you'll probably find me cooking up a storm or planning my next travel adventure.
Consumer care, you say? It all seems so modern.
Trust me, Mrs. Lancaster. We're just ahead of our time. But no matter the era, good food and new places will always be my way of finding balance.
Andre, you seem to have quite a lot of responsibility here.
I am a Consumer Service Experience Manager. I make sure our end users enjoy the best CX whenever they just have a question on their products or when a connected product ecosystem needs to be set up for perusal of our after-sales vendors.
Product ecosystem, you say? After-sales vendors? That sounds far too modern for 1876.
Let's just say we're ahead of our time. And when I'm not working, I travel the world, living my passion for all things civil aviation. I do so love opera too.
As Andre gets back to work, Mrs. Lancaster walks over to Farhan, who is meticulously repairing an older model sweeper.
And you, sir, that's quite the device you're using to repair the sweeper. How do you manage to keep all the parts so organized?
Oh, it's easy. We keep spare parts on hand from different suppliers. We have a system to ensure that no repairs go unnoticed. I've worked in markets across Europe and, the Middle East.
Middle East, you say? Very interesting. And what do you do in your spare time?
I love a good burger, and I dabble in cooking. Also, I'm a big fan of Batman.
Batman? That's new.
Oh, it's just a story I've heard. You know, a man who fights crime, nothing to be afraid of.
And you, sir, what's your role here?
Madame, I am Davide. I hold a most vital role in the maintenance and careful planning of our spare parts inventory. My task is to ensure that we are always prepared with the necessary parts for any repairs. Indeed, all matters proceed with far greater ease when the correct parts are readily at hand. My responsibilities further extend to refining the design and accessibility of our spare parts catalog, ensuring swift access for our esteemed clients. Such endeavors are crucial for enhancing our service efficiency and securing the satisfaction of our patrons.
You strike me as a man of great organization. May I inquire, what pursuits occupy your time when not engaged in your work?
Ah, madam, I confess to being quite partial to Italian pizza, though I must insist that pineapple has no place atop of it. When I am not occupied with my duties, my dear wife and I find joy in traversing the globe, exploring new lands and wonders.
Traveling the globe, you say. Indeed, that must make for the grandest of adventures.
And finally, Mrs. Lancaster approaches Eleni, who is overseeing a refurbishment project and improving processes through her expertise in analysis.
You appear to be managing your operation with the utmost efficiency. Pray, what is the secret to your success?
It all hinges upon careful coordination and the thoughtful application of data. At present, we are preparing spare parts for the launch of new products to ensure uninterrupted support for our customers worldwide. I am also leading a refurbishment effort wherein we restore and resell sweepers that have been returned to us. Our belief is that every product should be given the chance to endure.
Reselling refurbished sweepers? That seems quite novel and rather demanding for the times.
Indeed, it sustains our business and promotes longevity, but it is not without its challenges. My duties are quite varied. I oversee improvements by leveraging data, coordinate efforts across regions, and strive to ensure that both our consumers' experience and our efficiency are ever improved.
And you manage all this in addition to your other tasks?
Absolutely. And when I am not here, I am practicing the traditional dances of my Greek heritage and learning how to play the piano. It is, as they say, all a matter of balance.
Mrs. Lancaster returns to Nuruddin one last time.
Well, Mr. Nuruddin, I must admit your team is impressive, but the more I speak with them, the more it seems they're not just ahead of the curve, they're ahead of their time.
We just strive to stay ahead, planning for the future. That's what keeps us moving forward.
More like living in the future. Hamburgers, Batman, product ecosystems, and after-sales vendors. These aren't ideas from 1876, Mr. Nuruddin.
Well, Mrs. Lancaster, maybe we just think differently.
Thank you for taking this journey with us today to a time, to a place, an alternative universe where our contributions to Bissell remain true.